Breaking news on KGW News at Sunrise.
We start this 5 o'clock hour on Sunrise with a look at a car fire on I-5 northbound. This is video from just a couple of minutes ago, actually at the Going Street exit ramp. You can come out live now. We can show you that this is ongoing at this moment. This has been going for about 10 minutes. This, for some perspective at home, is the Going Street exit ramp to northbound I-5. So northbound I-5 is completely closed here. It is also backing up southbound traffic. So for some perspective at home, once again, this is at the Swan Island exit that takes you to Going Street, Alberta, and Killingsworth. Northbound I-5 traffic is stopped. It is also creating, obviously, a backup on the southbound side of the freeway. So there's the live look, guys. Right now, a major traffic alert here on I-5 at the Swan Island exit. We will keep you posted throughout the morning.
All right, already a lot going on here this morning at 5 a.m. Devin Haskins was going to cover the nurses' strike, the largest nurses' strike in state history. We'll cover those details for you. Devin is now headed to that car fire. So, again, a lot going on here as we get the 5 o'clock hour started. Rod Hill, meanwhile, is going to handle weather for us.
I am the boring part of our newscast because we don't have much weather today, and that means it's really going to be a lovely Tuesday for you. Good morning. Already, that's blue sky. Sun up this morning at 5:21. This, of course, the vantage point downtown from the Pioneer Park building. It's another cool start. We're 50 out at the airport, and we're back down into the low 40s out in Washington County. Forest Grove, good morning. 42. Hillsborough, good morning. 41. You are the cool spot. Yeah, we've got 43 in Corvallis, 43 in McMinnville. Salem, you're just now dipping to 49. Well, this is day one of our new weather pattern. No rain chances. Sunshine, and eventually today we'll get into some warming temperatures. 63 at noon. Today's high very pleasant at 74. Your 7-day forecast later in the show.
All right. Thank you, Rob. I want to get back to that top story we talked about just a moment ago. This is actually not the story we're covering right now. That is the look at the car fire that Chris McGinnis just talked about here a minute ago on Sunrise. We do have a crew that's headed that way to give us more details on this situation on I-5. Can we get back to our nurses' strike story this morning? Thank you, Director Byron. So again, at 6 o'clock, thousands of nurses from 6 Providence hospitals will begin the largest nurses' strike in state history. It's slated to last 3 days, and nurses from those 6 hospitals officially issued notice of their intent to strike on June 7th. The Oregon Nurses Association, the union representing nurses, say that they want safe staffing, affordable health care, and competitive wages. While negotiations are on hold during the strike, Providence says it's offered an 18% increase in wages over 3 years.
The number of patients in the St. Vincent's, Newburgh, Milwaukee, Willamette Falls, Hood River, Medford, you know, when that many people are saying there's a problem, it's time to have people listen, I guess.
We'll be working hard when the strike is over to come back to the table and get to, a fair contract with our nurses as quickly as we can.
Providence says replacement nurses will be on hand to help keep the 6 hospitals open and operating during the strike, and won't return to the bargaining table until Friday at the earliest. Later today, voters in Jervis will decide whether or not to recall their mayor and 3 city council members. Back in February, former Jervis police chief Mark Chase was fired after the city received complaints that he violated harassment and discrimination policies. After he was fired, a recall against the mayor and city council members was filed. That recall effort claims that Mayor Ann Gilland hired friends, violated the city charter, and spent roughly $50,000 of city money on attorney fees. Gilland and other Jervis City Council members all refute those claims. We actually heard from one council member who says if this recall actually goes through, city progress is going to stall.
Like I said, it's going to be hard to keep some of the lights on because there's not going to be anybody to pay bills and do things and vote. And it's going to be in by the time, the county gets around to doing stuff. How long is that going to be?
Again, the recall vote happens today, and it would impact not only the mayor, but the majority of Jervis City Council.
Now to a health alert this morning. A 3rd case of measles has been detected in Oregon. According to the Oregon Health Authority, 2 of the cases are an unvaccinated adult and child from the same home in Clackamas County. OHA says the duo were exposed somewhere in Marion County between May 19th and June 4th. Now, just yesterday, a 3rd case was confirmed in Marion County.
My big fear is that it lands in a place where there's a high proportion of unvaccinated people. And if measles were to land in a highly unvaccinated population, it would spread like wildfire before we were even aware that it was happening.
The adult developed a rash last Tuesday. The child showed symptoms a few days later. State health officials say more people could have been exposed. Measles spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes, though it's important to note here there is a vaccine for measles that most people get when they're a baby.
Some neighborhoods in Tigard are under a boil water advisory this morning because of a potentially harmful bacteria. This map we're showing you right here gives a look at who's impacted. It includes the Canterbury Hill area of Tigard near Southwest McDonald Street and Pacific Highway. A loss in pressure in the city's water system yesterday is being blamed for possibly allowing some bacteria to get into Tigard's water. So if you live in that impacted area, you should definitely boil your water or at least use bottled water for things like drinking, washing dishes, any kind of food prep. Tigard city officials are expected to give another update this afternoon after another round of testing.
First responders from the Vancouver Fire Department are leaving an extra dose of Narcan with anyone they treat for an overdose. The program started in April, and so far they've handed out 92 Narcan kits to people they've revived. Crews say their overdoses numbers are surging. Last year, first responders administered Narcan nearly 600 times. That is double the year before. They say leaving a dose with someone who will likely use drugs again is just common sense.
A lot of times they'll go right back out and look for their next high. So when they do that, they would have a kit available to them that a bystander could hopefully provide that life-saving medication.
Washington's health department is currently paying for that program.
Johnny Green, I have an opportunity for you to make some money this summer.
Oh.
You ready for this?
Okay.
It's a one-day only opportunity. On Saturday, August 3rd, the Portland Airport is hosting a dress rehearsal before it opens up its new terminal to the public. So the airport says it needs thousands of people that day to test things out before opening day. We're talking things like the bag check area, security area. They actually said anyone who shows up is going to get a $50 Visa gift card and a chance to win even bigger raffle prizes. You have to register to take part in this by July 15th. There's more information, including ticket information, at flypdx.com. So you have to get a ticket. I mean, it's free to participate, but you have to get a ticket ahead of time. If you do participate, $50 Visa gift card.
Well, the joke's on you. I'm already signed up.
No, you're not. Are you really?
Am I? You'll never know.
What are you looking at over there,
Well,
Rob?
I don't, is that unusual to have a dress rehearsal for a building open? I guess it makes sense.
It's a huge opening.
Yeah. I'm from Vegas, and in Vegas, before a hotel opens, the employees usually go through it. Yeah, they act as if they're customers, and the front desk check them in, and they go to different restaurants and stuff. And yeah, it's to even and air everything out, make sure all
Most
the
restaurants
bumps
do that
are.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, openings. Yeah.
It's common.
You're wondering, you probably already figured this out. We do no practicing before the
That's
show
true.
at all.
It's true, and I think it's obvious.
Speak for yourself.
Let's get you going with the forecast. Well, just like that, bam, weather pattern changing on a dime, as the saying goes, and now we're off and running with all dry, all sunshine, and warming temperatures. And the headline now that we're looking at as forecasters, will we hit 90 on Thursday? Confidence is better that we will hit 90 on Friday. So far this year, remember, we've been kind of skating by with mostly comfortable weather. May 10th, we hit 91. May 11th, we hit 90. Those are the only 2 days that we've made it to 90. We just did it. So this Thursday, Friday, the range seems to be 90, 92. Models are mostly in now on at least Friday reaching 90, so we'll see. And then you may recall I put out my summer projection, spring-summer season projection of 19 days or less of 90-plus degree heat, which would be through the month of September. And if that holds, this would end up being one of the cooler summers overall that we've had in a while, so fingers crossed on that. At least I think that'd be great. All right, here's what's not going on, with the exception of some showers up in eastern Washington. We are dry. There's no marine deck of clouds. There's a little bit of cloudiness showing up along the north coast. This is Futurecast 8:30 this morning. Some cloudiness between Portland and Seattle, but really starting off a lot of us with sunshine. Later today, here we are at 4 o'clock. Watching some potential storms over in Idaho, maybe some scattered showers. You can see this would be cumulus cloud convection over the blue, so maybe there's a shower that pops there. Also picking up some showers up around Spokane and the Washington Cascades, and that's it. Here in Oregon, mainly dry, as you can see. All right, some cameras for you. Good morning, Lincoln City. What a beautiful start to your day. Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. Temperature there is 49 degrees. Portland, After some cloudiness overnight, we're starting to see a lot of that clear out. Right now, we got partly cloudy skies over the city. It's cool out. We're at 50. It's 42 up in Cowlitz County at the airport in Kelso. Good morning to you. And Salem has just dipped to 49. Over in Bend, beautiful clear sky morning. It's chilly, 34 over in Central Oregon. Here come the numbers for the valley today. Mostly sunny, a warming afternoon into the 70s. Pretty much considered exactly normal to the climate highs, which are 30-year averages, reset every 10 years, by the way. 73 in Battleground, 74 in Vancouver. Beautiful day. We've been in the 60s, as you recall, the last several days. There's the warm-up, 85 tomorrow, near 90 Thursday. Maybe we do it. Confidence is better. We hit 90, 92 on Friday. Still warm on Saturday. And that shower chance Sundays as some cooler weather moves in. We may or may not see a raindrop. That is your update. Chris McGinnis covering our big story this morning.
Yeah, good morning again, Rod. We have got a mess on I-5. ODOT's moving the camera around right now, but hopefully they'll pan this back. There is an active vehicle fire right now on I-5 northbound, right underneath the Going Street exit ramp, or right underneath the overpass there. So we got an update from Portland Fire and Rescue, and you're wondering why is this taking so long to put out? It turns out that this is a trailer carrying propane tanks on I-5 northbound. That fire's been burning for about 23 minutes. Northbound traffic is stacked up all the way back into the Rose Quarter now, and the southbound commute on I-5 is being diverted off the freeway at Rosa Parks. So we have delays both directions now as the freeway is completely shut down at the Going Street exit ramp. Here's a different perspective. Again, you can see that fire continuing to burn. No traffic getting by this scene either direction of I-5 through North Portland. Here's a look at the traffic being diverted off the freeway at Rosa Parks. That's the southbound commute. And the northbound commute, as you can see here, is lined up all the way back past the Fremont Bridge now and inching back towards the Rose Quarter. Guys, this is going to be a big mess for our morning commute. We will keep you posted. Photojournalist Chad Dehart and Devin Haskins are headed to the scene. We hope to bring you more in just a few minutes. Sunrise rolls on after this break.